Archangel Michael says, "Tonight, the silence of the forest was broken by the sound of boots crushing through fallen leaves. The authorities moved in, their flashlights cutting through the darkness like trembling hands revealing a forbidden truth. What they found hidden beneath layers of damp earth and twisted roots has your name carved into fate. The discovery was not random, nor was it meant to stay buried forever. The moment they uncovered it, an invisible chain of destiny tightened, linking this shocking revelation directly to you. Even before dawn broke, whispers began to spread that this was no ordinary body. It carried a presence that felt unsettlingly familiar. You must know this. Forces have been circling you for weeks, watching every move, preparing for this night of revelation. The woods had been keeping a secret, holding on to something that could alter your entire path if ignored. Now that it has been unearthed, there is no turning back. The truth is marching toward you. The first officer who looked down upon the lifeless figure froze, not because of fear, but because he recognized something impossible. The details on that body match pieces of your life that no one else could know. The world is about to know what lies beneath this sinister uncovering. Type Amen to get blessing 333. In a rush of urgency, authorities called for reinforcements, yet none could explain why this discovery carried an aura of divine warning. It was as if time itself paused, giving you one last chance to prepare. Archangel Michael says this is not the end of your story, but a crossroad where only truth can guide you forward. Every breath you take from this moment is tied to what was found under those rotting leaves. The earth gave up something that was never meant to be seen by mortal eyes, but now it's out, its presence echoing through the spiritual realm. A chilling wind moves through the trees as though whispering your destiny. Your image is already making its way across unseen networks, shared in shadowed rooms where decisions are made about your future. The authorities believe they've stumbled upon a case to solve, but it's more than that. It's a divine signal, a message from beyond demanding your attention. Even the animals in the woods fled long before humans arrived, sensing the powerful energy that slept beneath the ground. What's been revealed tonight links your spirit to something ancient and dangerous. This is why the heavens intervened, ensuring you hear this message before it's too late. Type Amen to get blessing 747. Archangel Michael says, there are unseen hands trying to manipulate this discovery, twisting its meaning to cause you harm. People you never imagined would turn against you are already planning how to use this revelation for their own dark gains. You are being pushed toward a trap disguised as justice. In a few hours, whispers will spread beyond the forest, reaching ears that should never know the truth. But you were chosen to hear this warning first because your fate is balanced on the edge of a knife. Only those aligned with light will know how to shield you from what's coming. The body discovered tonight does not belong to a stranger, it is a reflection of a battle you fought long ago, a piece of your own history buried in pain. Someone wanted this hidden forever, but divine timing has a way of surfacing what must be healed. This moment is not coincidence, it's prophecy unfolding. Your heartbeat will quicken when you realize how closely this connects to you. Shadows from your past are being stirred awake, not to destroy you, but to set you free from chains you didn't even know you were carrying. This is a resurrection of truth, raw and undeniable. Type Amen to get blessing 582. Authorities marked the area, trying to keep prying eyes away, but heaven itself sees everything. Tonight, The line between the physical world and the unseen realm blurs as this revelation spreads silently like wildfire. Every step closer they take to identifying the body, the stronger the spiritual tremor becomes in your life. Archangel Michael says, your destiny has always been protected by divine shields, and that protection is rising again tonight. Forces of darkness hoped you would never see this moment, believing fear would keep you away. But courage is being ignited inside you now, preparing you for what's ahead. There's a hidden letter in a sealed envelope connected to this body, waiting to be delivered to you. It contains truths about your existence, about a betrayal that once threatened to erase you completely. Now, the universe refuses to stay silent any longer. The truth found in the woods is not here to haunt you, it's here to awaken you. A higher power is forcing open doors long kept shut, demanding that you step into the light of revelation, no matter how unsettling it feels. This is your time to rise from the ashes of buried secrets. Type Amen to get blessing 229. The air in the woods grew heavier as the moon shifted behind drifting clouds. Every officer present felt a strange pull, as though unseen eyes were guiding their hands toward something even darker beneath the soil. What they have found tonight has already crossed into your life, threading itself into your fate like a silent storm. Archangel Michael says, the authorities do not yet understand the weight of this moment, but heaven does. The spiritual realm is ringing like a bell, echoing the urgency of this discovery straight into your soul. This is no ordinary investigation, it's a divine unveiling set to change the direction of your journey forever. Those who tried to hide this truth thought they had succeeded, but time has a way of unraveling deceit. Decades of silence are being shattered, exposing what was once thought impossible to recover. This body is not simply lifeless remains, it is a vessel holding keys to unlock long-buried truths about you. You were never meant to find out this way, but destiny rarely follows human plans. The darkness that once buried this secret is trembling because light has pierced it. Now, every choice you make carries amplified power, guiding you either to freedom or deeper into the trap that was set. Type Amen to get blessing 771. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. The officers' radios crackled with static, an eerie interference that none could explain. Nature itself seemed unsettled, birds refused to sing, and even the wind stilled as if listening to what was being revealed. This is not just about identifying a body, it's about confronting a shadow that has been silently following you for years. Archangel Michael says, your spirit has felt this heaviness without understanding why. Sleepless nights, sudden chills, unexplainable fears, these were whispers from the buried truth calling for you to notice. Tonight, that whisper has turned into a thunderous revelation. Authorities believe they're solving a case, but you know deep within that it's more than that. The soil released not just bones but memories, connections, and unfinished paths tied to your destiny. The universe will not allow you to ignore this divine alignment. A name has surfaced during the investigation, a name that once meant safety but now feels like betrayal. The shock of hearing it again will send shivers through your body, but it's meant to awaken your courage. You are the only one capable of rewriting this story before it's too late. Type Amen to get blessing 456. Archangel Michael says, unseen forces are moving swiftly around you, some to protect, others to deceive. A figure in the background is already plotting to twist this revelation into a weapon against you. They believe exposing this truth will shatter your future, but heaven has another plan. Your angels have surrounded you, whispering courage into your heart as the earth's secrets spill out. What was once thought lost forever is now a message for your survival. The discovery in the woods is not a curse, it's a chance for redemption and protection that you've long deserved. Every detail found near that body points to a story unfinished, a life stolen too soon, and a promise broken. You were connected to this moment long before you understood its meaning. Now, that connection is roaring to life, demanding action. Divine intervention is reshaping your path, pulling away the masks of those who thought they could control fate. Truth, even when buried, cannot stay hidden under heaven's watch. This moment was destined to surface, calling you to stand in your rightful power. Type Amen to get blessing 992. The forest is no longer silent, it breathes with the energy of revelation. Investigators feel the weight of unseen hands guiding them toward deeper understanding. Every object unearthed tells a story linked to your own heartbeat, as though destiny carved its mark into the woods itself. Archangel Michael says, "Not everyone who claims to help you is aligned with truth. Beware of the voices that offer comfort but lead you toward despair. Only divine guidance can steer you safely through what's coming next." There's evidence near the body that points to a betrayal orchestrated years ago by someone close to you. They believe time would erase their actions, but time has delivered judgment instead. This is their reckoning, and your awakening. Your journey from this moment forward will not be quiet or hidden, it will shake foundations and reveal enemies in plain sight. Light is cutting through the lies that once surrounded you, and nothing will be the same after tonight. Type Amen to get blessing 844. The digging did not stop when dawn crept over the forest. The authorities widened the search area, uncovering traces of fabric, a piece of jewelry, and markings in the soil that sent a chill through every spine. The deeper they went, the stronger the connection to you became, as if the ground itself recognized your presence from afar. Archangel Michael says, "This is not a discovery of flesh alone, it is the unearthing of memories you were never meant to carry alone." The heavens have watched this injustice linger too long, and now divine timing is forcing a collision between past and present. The vibration of truth is rising, and your name is being spoken in places of power unseen by human eyes. Whispers among investigators suggest something unnatural about the scene, as if an invisible shield protected this secret until now. Photographs taken there mysteriously blur, and devices malfunction when they try to record what lies beneath. It's not mere coincidence, it's a sign that what's been found transcends earthly understanding. A dark cloud hangs over the forest, not of weather, but of long-suppressed cries finally being heard. You were chosen to feel this moment in your spirit because you are the only one with the strength to face it. Every second you delay stepping into this revelation gives darkness room to twist it further. Type Amen to get blessing 611. The lead investigator trembled when holding up the jewelry, a piece unmistakably linked to your own family line. Generations of silence have wrapped themselves around this relic like vines choking a tree. Now, the divine hand has ripped it free, placing it squarely in your path to claim and understand. Archangel Michael says, "Even as fear grips your chest, know this, heaven stands with you in every breath." Shadows that once hid in comfort are now exposed to light they cannot escape. This is the beginning of liberation for your soul. Unseen forces gather at the edges of the woods, some benevolent and others malicious. A silent battle between light and darkness rages over how this discovery will be used. Yet, through it all, a higher will ensures that truth cannot be erased again. Every detail being catalogued tonight carries your spiritual fingerprint. Investigators sense it but cannot explain the pull. Only the divine can reveal why you are tied to what they've found. Your next step will determine whether this truth heals or destroys. Type Amen to get blessing 388. Suddenly, a sealed container is uncovered near the remains. Authorities open it cautiously, revealing a collection of letters and symbols unknown to them. But to your soul, they ring like an old melody you've forgotten yet somehow recognize. Archangel Michael says, those letters are fragments of a promise made long ago, one that darkness tried to bury forever. They speak of protection, sacrifice, and a bond that was violently severed. Only by facing this moment can you reclaim what was meant to be yours from the start. The symbols match patterns once seen in dreams you dismissed as random. They were not dreams, they were warnings, glimpses of this day that heaven planted in your heart so you would be ready. Now, reality has caught up to prophecy. The weight of these revelations bends the air around you, almost as if the forest itself bows in reverence to destiny unfolding. The world will soon see this as breaking news, but in truth, it is a spiritual announcement sent directly to you. Type Amen to get blessing 913. More clues emerge, faint footprints preserved in the mud, leading away from the burial site. The prints suggest someone has been visiting this place in secret, guarding it while keeping the truth locked away. That person still walks freely, believing they've escaped judgment. Archangel Michael says, this individual is closer to you than you think. They know this revelation is tied to your future, and they fear what will happen when you learn the full story. Their attempts to run from justice are ending now. Divine forces are ensuring that no human scheme can stop what has already been set in motion. The forest was chosen as a witness, holding on to its silent testimony until the exact moment heaven would allow it to speak. That moment is now, and nothing can silence it again. You may feel unease tightening around you, but understand this, it is the breaking of old chains. You are stepping into a truth that will strip away lies, no matter how deeply they were woven. The ground beneath those trees has delivered its message to you, and it demands courage. Type Amen to get blessing 472. The whispers grew louder, not from the mouths of people, but from the forest itself. Trees swayed though the wind was still, and crows circled overhead in a pattern too deliberate to ignore. Something sacred had been disturbed, and it was calling you, pulling you toward the secret it was ready to surrender. An investigator held up a single, worn photograph found near the body, and your name was written on the back in faded ink. Your name. The moment they read it aloud, the energy in the forest shifted violently, like a storm about to break. Archangel Michael says, this photograph is not just a relic of the past, it is a mirror of the life that was altered so yours could begin. There is a deeper connection between you and what they found, one that cannot be explained by logic. Your life is about to pivot on this one eerie thread of destiny. The people in that photograph are not strangers. One of them still lives. One of them still breathes and walks freely, carrying the weight of what they buried and the fear that you'd one day find out. That day has come. Type Amen to get blessing 314. The sky cracked with thunder even though no storm had been forecasted. As lightning briefly lit the sky, something shimmered beneath the soil, something that wasn't there moments before. Authorities believe it to be a metal container, rusted and sealed, but the truth is, what's inside was never meant to be seen by mortal eyes. Archangel Michael says, the moment that box is opened, a door will open in your life that can never be closed again. What's hidden inside will not just explain the past, it will expose what people around you are hiding today. You were born into a web of spiritual warfare, and this is one of the final knots coming undone. Those who once celebrated your birth had darker intentions behind their smiles. You have been protected all this time by divine grace, but now, it is time for you to rise in full awareness. Even as the lid of the container creaked open, the temperature dropped, breath visible in the air. Inside were locks of hair, an old ring, a blood-stained letter with initials that match yours. Every piece whispers, this was meant for you to see. Type Amen to get blessing 190. The letter inside was addressed to someone by your name, but it wasn't dated recently. It was written long ago, and yet it speaks about the very trials you're currently facing. It mentions people still in your life, events that hadn't happened yet when the letter was sealed. Archangel Michael says, this is divine confirmation that your life has been written long before you began to live it. You were always meant to face this moment, to stand at this fork in the road with the choice to either bury the truth again or let it set you free. The person who wrote the letter warned you of someone they trusted who would later betray everything. That warning now comes alive like fire in your soul. Look closely, someone around you is trembling, trying to erase what can no longer be hidden. The body in the woods, the photo, the ring, and now this letter, each one is a puzzle piece designed by the divine to complete your awareness. You are not cursed. You are chosen. And this is your awakening. Type Amen to get blessing 655. Authorities may think they are closing a cold case, but you know better, this case has never been cold. It has been burning under the surface of your existence, shaping your relationships, your intuition, your dreams. The moment you feel the truth, it becomes undeniable. As this message spreads, there will be those who pretend to support you while secretly watching with fear. They hoped this day would never come, the day when your spirit would remember what was done. But it has come, and heaven rejoices. Archangel Michael says, soon you will receive a call, one that sounds casual, but will be loaded with anxiety. Pay attention to the voice. They know. They feel the walls closing in, and they will try to manipulate your emotions before everything crumbles around them. The same forest that held this secret for years now releases it fully, surrendering its silence. You must be brave now, because the next steps will be heavy, but you were made for this. What lies ahead is not destruction. It is resurrection. Type Amen to get blessing 807. Inside the final envelope were photos you've never seen, but one detail stabs your memory. A necklace, worn by a woman in your family, long gone, one who whispered to you in dreams when you were a child. Her eyes in the photo are filled with pain, like she knew her truth would only be revealed through your strength. You now understand why the energy in your home has shifted, why certain places always made your skin crawl. The spiritual residue of this truth has always surrounded you. Now that it's awakened, it will not stop until it has reshaped everything. The authorities don't realize they are not solving a case, they are unlocking a prophecy. That woman's fate, the one whose body has now spoken from the dirt, is tied directly to your future blessings. She was sacrificed so you could rise. Archangel Michael says, this is no longer about what was done, it is about what you must now become. Your silence will serve no one. Your courage will serve generations. Speak, move, rise, and refuse to let darkness swallow truth again. Type Amen to get blessing 234. The final stage of the remains. When it finally yielded, a golden locket emerged, glimmering faintly even in the dim light of early evening. Archangel Michael says, this locket is more than jewelry, it's a vessel of memory, holding fragments of your lineage untouched by human hands. Inside it lies a message written not in ink but in spiritual energy, meant only for you to understand. When you see it, you will know the truth without question. As the locket opened, a sudden warmth spread through the cold night air. Investigators gasped as an invisible force seemed to whisper through the leaves, carrying a voice that spoke only to your spirit. This was not human language, it was the language of destiny calling you home. The symbols inside matched marks you've seen before, perhaps on an old family heirloom or in a recurring dream. You thought they meant nothing, but now the divine reveals they were guiding you all along, preparing you for this night of revelation. Type Amen to get blessing 642. The letter, the photograph, the rusted box, and now the golden locket all form a chain leading straight to your hands. Each piece carries not just clues but raw, spiritual power, power that has been locked away for too long. This discovery is shaking the unseen world, forcing angels and demons alike to take their positions. Archangel Michael says, heaven is aligning armies of light to shield you as you step into this storm. Shadows will fight fiercely to reclaim the silence they once enjoyed, but silence has been broken forever. The truth cannot be buried again. You will soon feel a surge of strength you cannot explain, a fire in your chest that wasn't there before. This is the touch of divine armor, clothing you for the battles and revelations ahead. Every chain once tied to your name is snapping, one by one. Someone from your past, who thought they had escaped justice, will surface soon. They will try to appear remorseful, yet their true intent will be to twist this truth against you. Stand firm, for divine light will expose their mask at the right time. Type Amen to get blessing 973. Days will pass, and this discovery will grow louder in the media, spreading whispers to people you've never met. Some will fear you, others will revere you, but all will recognize that something extraordinary has been revealed. You are stepping into a destiny far greater than you imagined. The remains found in the woods will not bring sorrow, they will bring clarity. The life that was lost was meant to deliver you toward a higher calling. You are not the victim of this revelation, you are the reason it could finally rise from the shadows. Archangel Michael says, what was once hidden has now been placed under heavenly watch. No earthly authority has full control over this truth, it belongs to divine hands guiding it toward justice. Trust that every twist and turn ahead is part of your ascension. Soon, You will receive undeniable signs confirming that angels are walking beside you.